Hello everybody, my name is Ginger, Ginger, whatever version you would like, and today we're playing Voice of Cards, The Forsaken Maiden. Obviously I loved the previous Voice of Cards, I thought it was phenomenal, and so I'm very excited to play this one. It looks interesting. Because we bought things quite early on, we've got a few different things, so I've changed the card pattern, the board, the table, and I've changed it so it's near like characters to start off with, but I've kept the BMG to be Voice of Cards, just so we are all aware.
Ah, I bid you welcome.
Hello.
I shall be your game master for this tale. It is a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Now then, just like this, I will be using cards to draw you into the world of this story.
Okay.
From time to time, you may be presented with choices like this. That's correct. It doesn't mean anything, but still, good job.
Can we go back or not? No, we can't. Okay.
You're following along with all this, I trust? Moving on, I believe your experience of the story will be shaped in no small part by my narration. As such, I hope you'll have rather more fun keeping the sound on while you play. That said, rest assured that the game remains enjoyable without sound. My words will be subtitled, just as they are now.
Display subtitles, always do. Okay.
With the formalities sorted, we're all ready to begin the game.
It's very much D&D, like he's the dungeon master.
My. Yeah, you can hear the sound of the waves. Oh, how very evocative.
Ooh.
Now then, let's begin our tale. Allow me to welcome you to the world of Voice of Cards. You're about to step into the shoes of the hero of this tale as he sets forth on a grand adventure. Said adventure takes place in a remote part of the sea, in which ancient traditions are alive and well. You will touch the hearts of many who dwell in this place as you journey to change fate's promise of untold ruin.
I'm scared. I'm not. I can handle it.
I believe in you. I believe your journey will be a success.
Thanks.
And on that note, it is time for that journey to begin. May the waves see you safely across the tides.
I've had this completely unspoiled. I don't know anything about it. So, I'm very excited. I didn't know anything about the last one, and it was very enjoyable that way, so.
Our story begins in a secluded grotto. The sound of the waves echoes softly across the rock walls. A solitary young man stands in front of a ship floating in the water. Brush in hand, he busies himself painting the vessel. Once he finishes his work, he decides to carve his name into the side of the hull. A finishing touch.
Oh, we'll go with Baron. Yeah, why not? What they say. That's right.
You carve your name in small lettering into the ship. Oh, a handsome name, that.
Thank you.
This young lad is the hero of our tale, and your window into the world. You're a navigator without a ship, and your soul yearns to set out upon the ocean blue, for your own reasons.
I get seasick, but thank you.
You have spent a great deal of time repairing the wrecked ship before you, in the hopes of crafting a partner, aboard which you might sail the high seas.
That sounds like it's broken.
The sound of a wooden box tumbling to the ground rips through the grotto. You heave a deep sigh and decide to head over to the source of the racket.
Yeah, so we've also gone with a 2B counter. So, okay, I will do. Your piece is in the middle of the screen. Use the left stick to move into any direction you want. Well, as you continue your journey, your objective will change. Press the Y button if you need a reminder of what to do next. You can see the cards with glowing edges on your adventure. Step into one to trigger an event which will move the story along.
The source of the noise turns out to be a young girl. It looks as though she has knocked over a wooden box, packed with shipbuilding supplies, and is in quite a panic about it. The girl's name is Laty. You came across her some time ago, collapsed on a beach. You attempted to bring her to a nearby village, but she was quite opposed to the idea for some reason. As such, she has been helping you repair the ship here. You're not quite sure how to respond to her knocking the box over.
Killing her. Say it's okay.
It's okay, you say in a gentle, reassuring tone. Laty's worried expression melts away, replaced by one of relief. You move to leave the grotto, saying, I'm going to the village to get some food. Laty waves goodbye, her forlorn smile seeing you off. The young woman has lost her ability to speak.
Oh.
Neither of you have any knowledge of how she ended up in her situation, and you spend many quiet hours together in the grotto.
Cute. All right.
The scent of the sea and a sense of isolation hang heavy in the air. The island is bound for ruin and has had its name since before any can really recall. This is Omega Isle. You take a deep breath and then set out for the nearby Omega Village, which shares the island's name.
Don't know how I'm feeling about the Yorha. Okay, the Yorha things. So we'll have a look at the other options. Let's look at skills about what we've got. So we've got stab and air thrust. Okay. Do you have any abilities? Nope. Equipment. Iron sword, simple breastplate, and no accessories. Okay. So we'll go to options. Other? Nope. Collection. Where's options? Where is it? Options. Game settings. Direction. Set confirm. Oh, okay, that's just how we do things. This is just how we do things. Game speed, shadows, no. Keep all of those on. No. I want to try game speed. What's that? Oh, okay. Other? Other? Nope. Menu. Am I just being dumb? Or, like... I might just be really fucking stupid, potentially. It's fine. If necessary, we'll go on settings and we can like exit the game. Right, we can't walk on water then. Alright.
Beyond the pier, the ocean sprawls out in all directions, beckoning you to adventure.
I love the fact it's all creaky on the wood as well. That's a nice touch. Right, so there's the village. We can see it.
You have arrived near the entrance of the village. You spy a shadow skulking about in the midst of a thicket. The shadows fall away to reveal a small monster. It's unusual to see one this close to the village. It might be cute, but it's still a monster. And a threat.
Okay, alright. Battle tutorial.
You must slay the beast before it can cause trouble or worse in the village.
Trouble or worse. What's worse than trouble? Ooh,
Fight him off.
this is funky. This is funky music. I chose not to keep. I chose to keep the actual one rather than the Nier Automata music because I think we need to. That game was phenomenal, and the music was phenomenal. But it's good. It's good to see what this game gives. You know. I want to see what the Spirit Spire is as well, but we always want to explore as best we can. Just in case, you know? Yeah, it's exactly the same thing as before. Right, so very much... Oh, maybe not. Yeah, okay, very much it is sticking us. So let's have a look at the Spirit Spire. What are you?
An old spire stands tall before you. Alas, there's little reason to go poking around within.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go to the village.
Gorgeous flower beds burst with blossoms that will one day wilt and wither away, much like Omega Village itself. This is a village that has accepted its fate to be but a moment in time, destined to fade.
Oh, that's quite depressing. Okay. Let's have a look at the armor. We probably can't afford
How may I
anything.
help you? The proprietor inquires.
Let's have a look. Oh, we've got quite a few. Can we all equip that? Yeah, I can equip all of them, it looks like. Which, interesting. We can't afford that. We can't afford anything, really. Yeah, we can't afford anything apart from the current gear he's got. Okay, or Explorer's Short Sword. But it takes his damage down by 1, even though his speed's increased. It's nice that you've got, like, different weapons to choose from.
The proprietor asks.
Okay.
An island in want of a maiden shall fall, he mutters, to no one in particular.
Good. All right. If you want a maiden, maybe if you try Elden Ring. That's the word. Why are words failing me today? It's not a good time for words to fail.
This might be the last time I see this flower bed, the boy says, gazing forlornly at the flowers.
They like the word forlorn, don't they?
I wish I got to be the maiden, the girl says mournfully, dressed head to toe in maiden garb, and clearly pretending to be such.
And there's the maiden shrine as well here.
A lone woman diligently cleans the grounds of the maiden shrine.
Should we go into the maiden shrine, see what it's all about?
The windows are closed, and it's too dark to see much inside. All sound seems to fall away.
Okay, alright, well, let's go and see the elder then.
You stop in at the mayor's house and discover that he already has a guest. The two are engaged in discussion. You listen in and learn that they are troubled by monsters that have appeared near the village and have been devouring precious stores of food.
Not good.
The villager sighs deeply. I suppose it's about the end for the village, they say flatly before departing the mayor's home. The man left standing in the room has a certain sagacity about him.
Oh, good word.
He notices you waiting and inclines his head in greeting. His name is Grief. As the village's mayor, he spends his days dealing with all manner of happenings around town. He looks to be at a loss over the damage being caused by the monsters. It would likely be a simple matter for you to deal with the beasts.
Yeah, I'll help get rid of them. Do in exchange for food.
You offer to deal with the monsters in exchange for some food, and Grief replies with his thanks. you're always a big help. This is part of your daily routine. You work to sort out the village's troubles in order to procure food to eat.
Okay. Alright, alright. It's time to be aggressive. Be aggressive. The Bloodborne trope. The trope. Right.
A monster has appeared before you. It holds what's left of a piece of fruit in its teeth, and its mouth moves restlessly. With a sigh, you mutter, "Let's get this over with then." And ready your weapon.
Okay, let's go. Let's merder. Merder.
And fight.
Okay. Standard thing, if your HP becomes 0, you've got that. Attackers on the left, defenses on the right. Alright, so let's air thrust. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh no. Let's see how much stab does. Not enough to kill. Alright. Ooh, stretch. Oh, big stretch. Good.
With practiced skill, you swing your weapon. The blade flashes through the monster's throat. Merciless. Perfect aim. It would appear that you are quite accustomed to killing. You wipe the blood off your weapon. As you do, you notice a shadow in the distance. Another monster, perhaps?
It's got a crown and like a conductor stick, so I'm assuming it's either a magician or like a queen or both, or a king.
Silently, you creep up on the shadow and bring your blade down on it with practiced speed. But the shadow nimbly evades your strike and runs off. Whatever the shadow was, it was taken aback by your unexpected assault. It looks like it ran off in the direction of the spire near the village.
So we actually do get to go to the spire. All right. I'm all right. I was thinking an enemy might appear. Let's have a look. Oh, I recognize this. Oh. These are gems, yeah. Yeah. I can store up to 10 at a time. I did not know that. That's good to know. That wasn't very nice of you. Wow, okay, good. Cool.
Magnificent.
Fuck. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's 6 elements, okay? Alright, cool. Stab. We've leveled up, more extra HP, which is always good. And try attack, deal damage equal to the value of 3 rolled dice. Okay. Sells for 100 gold. How nice. That is very nice. I was just thinking, are we going to get enemies like all the way around? Okay. We were just seeing because they were just showing enemies around the village. I was like, oh, okay. Is there multiple? Sounds like yes, but also no. Right, let's try and kill. Let's try attack you. Doesn't actually do that much damage, does it? Not pleasant. We'll stab you just to stop you healing. Okay. So try attack on you, see if it's any decent, if it's any better. Not really. Okay, so we'll do air thrust. It might be better against enemies who have a really high defense because I think it looks like it's deal damage with that amount rather than deal, you know, add this to your attack sort of thing. So it might be better that way. Right, let's go to the Spire. Do we get to slay it? Oh, sorry, I cross over.
You stand before the Spirit Spire, said to have been erected to protect the island. Yet with the villagers having accepted ruination, it now stands forlorn, an edifice without a purpose. This place, so named for the spirits themselves, is one that the villagers do not enter. Despite this, you say to yourself, I have to get rid of the monster, and decide to profane the place with your presence.
Hunt down the monster. All right. Okay. You who enters spirit.
There are some words etched into the door, but they are weathered and difficult to read. Worried though you are about whatever the words might say, you nonetheless try pushing the handle. With some protest, the door groans open.
Oh, there it is.
You spy the shadow of the monster you encountered earlier. Your insight that it had taken refuge in the Spire has proven a good one. The shadow notices your presence and flies off at blinding speed. You can't help but admire the rapid escape, though it looks like you're back to chasing after a shadow.
Okay. We need to explore all of it first, just in case of the hidden chest. We all know this. We all know what I'm like. Takes me 3 hours longer than everyone else. That's fine. Well, more than 3 hours. Because I get distracted, you know? Cool. Yes, let's go.
You survey your surroundings, relying on the shafts of sunlight filtering in through the windows. However, you're unable to see the monster from where you are.
Oh no. Okay, let's have a look. Looks like it might be on the next floor. If there is a next floor, let's just double check. See if there is. Because there's the altar there, but... No, okay. Let's go to the altar then.
In the back of the large hall, there is an altar, which evinces a sense of deep mystery. The altar is wrought of a strange kind of stone, its surface polished smooth. It looks as though it's meant for use in some important ritual. You approach the altar, to check that there are no places for monsters to hide themselves away inside it.
Maiden. Here. Who's that?
In reply to the mysterious and unidentifiable voice that suddenly rent the silence, you ask in a sharp tone, "Who's there?"
I. Spirit.
You strain your ears, trying to make out the broken snippets of words echoing off the chamber walls.
Laty.
After speaking a word that rings familiar to your ears, Laty,
Oh, Laty.
the voice becomes impossible to hear. It cannot be. Could you truly have heard the voice of the spirit from the maiden's myth passed down on the island? All signs of the monster you were in pursuit of seem to have vanished. For the time being, you decide to return to the village and report your success.
Okay, let's go. Boop. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, let's go. It's very chill music, isn't it? I've always thought this about this game. It's just such chill music.
When you arrive at the mayor's house, there is a young visitor already there. She looks to be making an impassioned request of Greeth. In a wearied voice, Greeth replies, "There is no longer any maiden in our village." Admonished, the girl leaves the house with disappointment written across her expression. You inform the mayor that you've taken care of the monsters around town. As thanks for completing the job, the mayor hands you a basket of fruit. Oh, good, you think to yourself. Another day, another basket of fruit.
Let's go make that fruit. Okay, alright. I'm alright for the meantime. But thanks for the offer. In person, if I was just given fruit for my work, I'd be mightily disappointed, because otherwise how would I buy video games, you know? I don't know what it was saying about the right stick. I was trying to press it and nothing was happening, so I think it's just I hold and scroll, and because I don't play on controller, I play on mouse. I don't know why, I just fancy it.
You re-enter the grotto and announce your return.
Honey, I'm home.
On a normal day, Laty would already have zipped over to greet you. But today, nothing.
It's more like speak to Laty, isn't it? Not.
You walk over to Laty and discover that she is sound asleep.
That'll be why then.
Life in the grotto is not one of creature comforts. Rather, a fair few inconveniences. You've tried several times to bring Laty to the village, but she was adamantly opposed on every occasion. You sometimes catch glimpses of her face while she sleeps. Always it is contorted in anguish, as though she is in the throes of a terrible nightmare. You notice a bulky book lying open next to Laty, filled with carefully drawn words and images. It seems to be some kind of picture book that Laty made herself. You know, I confess, I am a bit curious.
Refrain.
You can't help but feel like you ought to refrain. But in
Oh,
the
okay.
end,
Don't have a
you
choice.
cannot overcome your curiosity and decide to take a look at the picture book. Beside evocative images of deep forests and towering mountain ranges, Laty has written a story patterned after the maiden's myth. The picture book story is set in a small village replete with nature. the village enjoys the promise of peace and tranquility, thanks to the young woman born to be the maiden. The maiden goes before the altar to perform a ritual, which invokes the power of a great spirit to protect the village. You look over the artwork, a spitting recreation of the altar you saw in the Spire, and think back on the mysterious voice. The voice claimed it was a spirit, and you're certain it spoke Laty's name.
So maybe she's the maiden?
You are so caught up in the thoughts racing through your head that you fail to notice Laty had awakened. Laty seems embarrassed that you've seen her book. Tears prick the corners of her eyes. If Laty were indeed the maiden, it would be no exaggeration to call her the very light of hope, a protective force that could save the island from its encroaching ruin. With faint expectation tightening your chest, you consider taking her to the altar in the Spire.
Okay, we'll speak to her again. Hello.
You've given Laty some of the fruit you brought back. She dreamily stuffs some of it into her mouth. Maybe she likes it. You
Maybe
hope
it's
so.
Maybelline.
Your stomach rumbles as you watch her. And together, the two of you enjoy a light meal.
Cool. Is she any good though? Right, let's have a look. So what does she provide in terms of skills? So she's magic strike and restore HP to a target. Nice. Has she got any abilities? No. And what equipment has she got? Omega staff and traveler's apparel. All right. So I'm going to go to the Spire in the next episode. I'm going to say that my name is That One YouTuber watching me play Voice of Cards, the Forgotten Maiden? Is it Forgotten or Forbidden? Forsaken. Neither of the two. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave us a like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.